Some people enter your life like a gentle breeze, unexpected, yet bringing comfort and change. Others arrive like a storm, disrupting, shaking, and leaving behind lessons that shape your path. But how do you know who is truly meant to stay? How do you recognize when a connection is divinely ordained rather than something fleeting? The truth is, not all connections are by chance. Some are sent by divine hands, guided by angels who are working behind the scenes. By the end of this video, you'll uncover 3 unmistakable angelic signs that reveal when someone is meant to be in your life. Have you ever felt an unexplainable connection with someone? Comment, "I trust divine timing," below. Angelic sign number 1, a connection that brings peace, not chaos. A divine connection will never bring confusion, fear, or turmoil. It will bring peace. Even when challenges arise, a relationship that is meant for you will never make you feel lost, uncertain, or drained. Instead, it will bring a quiet knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. One of the most powerful stories in the Bible about peace in a divine connection is the story of David and Jonathan. Biblical story. David and Jonathan, a bond of unshakable peace. David was an unlikely king, a shepherd boy chosen by God who found himself caught in the jealousy of King Saul. Yet, in the midst of danger and uncertainty, God sent him Jonathan, Saul's own son, as a divine ally. Despite the tension surrounding them, Jonathan loved David as his own soul. 1 Samuel 18:1. He saw something in David that even David couldn't yet see in himself. When Saul sought to kill David, Jonathan stood by him. He warned him of danger, protected him, and strengthened his faith. Their connection was not one of convenience, but of divine alignment. Even when they had to part ways, their souls were knit together by a bond that could not be broken. A divine connection doesn't demand, manipulate, or drain you. It protects you, strengthens you, and brings peace even in the midst of chaos. But peace alone isn't the only sign. Sometimes the angels send people through divine timing and synchronicity. Angelic sign number 2, divine timing and unlikely encounters. Have you ever crossed paths with someone at just the right moment? A moment so perfect, so life-changing that it felt like divine intervention? That's because divine connections do not happen by chance. They are orchestrated by angels, aligning 2 souls for a greater purpose. This truth is seen in the extraordinary meeting of Moses and Jethro. Biblical story. Moses and Jethro, a divine meeting at the perfect time. Moses had lost everything. Once a prince of Egypt, he had fled into the wilderness, burdened by guilt, failure, and an uncertain future. But it was in that wilderness, in the lowest season of his life, that God aligned him with Jethro. Jethro was not just a priest. He became Moses' mentor, his guide, and ultimately his father-in-law. It was Jethro who provided Moses with a new home and purpose, gave him wisdom in leading people, prepared him for his divine calling to free Israel. Without Jethro, Moses might never have stepped into his destiny. When someone is meant to be in your life, divine timing will make sure you meet. It will not be forced, it will unfold effortlessly, aligning 2 paths in a way only heaven can design. But even beyond divine timing, the most powerful sign that someone is meant to be in your life is this: the way they inspire you to step into your divine purpose. Angelic sign number 3, they help you become who you are meant to be. Some connections are not just for companionship, they are for transformation. A true, divinely sent person will not let you remain the same. They will challenge you, awaken your gifts, and call you into the person God created you to be. No story illustrates this more powerfully than the connection between Elijah and Elisha. Biblical story, Elijah and Elisha, a connection that ignited destiny. Elisha was an ordinary man plowing his father's field when the prophet Elijah passed by and placed his mantle upon him, 1 Kings 19:19. In that moment, Elisha knew his life would never be the same. He left behind everything, his home, his livelihood, his old identity, to follow Elijah, learn from him, and step into his divine calling. And when Elijah was taken up to heaven, it was Elisha who received his double portion, his divine inheritance. A person truly meant for you will never hold you back. They will ignite something within you, an awakening, a calling, a divine transformation. But how do you make sure you recognize these connections when they appear? How do you ensure you don't miss the angelic signs guiding you? This is where your sacred tool comes in. Strengthen your connection with Archangel Michael and the angels. recognizing divine connections isn't always instant. Angels whisper, guide, and nudge, but in the busyness of life, it's easy to overlook their messages. The signs are there, in repeated numbers, unexpected encounters, a deep knowing in your heart. But without awareness, these sacred messages can go unnoticed. Archangel Michael and the angels are constantly guiding you toward the right people, shielding you from harmful connections, and aligning you with relationships that elevate your spirit. But divine communication is a two-way exchange. When you take the time to listen, record, and reflect, the guidance becomes clearer, stronger, and more powerful. Journaling your angelic messages is a sacred practice that helps you recognize divine patterns in your relationships and interactions. Strengthen your intuition by identifying recurring signs and synchronicities. Deepen your trust in angelic guidance, knowing that each connection has a purpose. Gain clarity on relationships, who is meant to stay, and who is a lesson in your journey. Release what no longer serves you, allowing space for true, soul-aligned connections. This practice is more than just writing. It's a way to co-create with the angels, receive their wisdom, and fully align with the relationships destined for your highest good. Your angels are speaking to you. Are you ready to listen? Start documenting their messages and uncover the divine connections unfolding in your life. Download your free Celestial Connection Journal now and begin tracking the angelic signs in your relationships. The universe is speaking. Will you listen? This moment isn't random. You were guided here for a reason. Your angels have been sending you whispers, nudging you toward the souls who are meant to walk beside you. Some connections are divinely written into your story. Are you ready to recognize them? If your heart is open to angelic guidance, comment, "I trust divine timing" below. Download your Celestial Connection Journal now and begin tracking the sacred signs leading you to your destined connections. The universe is aligning the right people for you. Pay attention, follow the signs. Your angels are already guiding the way.